Well, hello everyone, Happy New Year to all of you, and a very warm welcome to the very first video in 2024 with what's in my camera bag. Last year I was wanting to do the what's in my camera bag, but in the middle of January something really happened to my brother, but you already know the story of what happened. I think I've already explained this to you before when I came back to vlogging. I was gonna do the what's in my camera bag. That didn't happen. I'm not going to get into details about this, but I wanted to say that this is a fresh start. This is a new year, and here we are in my room. I don't know why, but I wanted to do the what's in my camera bag because all of you are kind of curious of what camera I actually carry, but I will explain why I use it. In any case though, let's just go ahead and get started. So as you could probably, well, you won't be able to see this, but I'll try and lift it up for you. So this bag I've got here is the Lowepro ProTactic 350 Mark II. I was going to go for the Mark II, well, the 450 Mark II, but I mean, people are going to say to me, yeah, I was just too afraid of the cost of the bag, but I was willing to go for the bigger bag, but I'm quite happy with the 350. So let's just go ahead and see what's inside my camera bag. So we're going to start off with a photography camera. So in my hand is the Sony a6700. Yes, I got my hands on from September of 2023. And one of my favorite features of this camera, it has this flippy screen, right? The flippy screen where you can just do all of this. You can just bend down and take portrait shots from low angle. When Sony announced it back in, I think it was in July or August, I was very pumped up to having this camera because this has been one of my wish list that I really wanted, and also which I didn't expect is this little front dial. I'm absolutely excited about this, so I'm very happy about this, but they did sacrifice one button. It used to have 4 custom buttons, now it only has 3. I've been happy with this camera so far, and it has been my primary camera to carry because I'll be able to carry smaller lenses or bigger lenses whatever it needs in my photography needs. So that's just brilliant. So the videography base camera I have in my hand is the Sony ZV-E10. Now, the reason I bought this camera is because, well, I wanted to try and use a videography based camera, so then I'll be able to do some B-rolls or do some vloggings with this one. But the thing is though, this thing has few limitations because this is kind of based on the a6100, but you got this flippy screen as well. So that's the reason why I went for it, because I'll be able to see myself when I'm vlogging. Yes, I can use this for photography. It does have a mechanical shutter, but I kind of rarely going to use this because I would just rather focus on using my 26 megapixel camera, if you know what I mean. Now we're going to focus on the lens. So the 2 lenses I wanted to show, or 3 lenses I want to show you on what I use is, well, my go-to lens is the Sony, or should I say it's the 16-55 f2.8 by Sony G lens. Most people may think it's kind of like a budgeted G master lens because it's got that f2.8, because yeah, it does feel premium. It's one of their premium APS-C lenses. I've been super happy with this lens. When I got my first hand on, I think it was in January of 2023, I think I did, yeah. I got this in the beginning of last year, and so far this lens shoots better quality images. When I looked at it on my computer, I just really love it. And it is kind of my primary lens that I go everywhere where I go. I know it is quite big to carry, but even if it's quite big to carry, I also carry a prime lens where I don't need to zoom into some certain object. I actually got my hands on it recently. This is the 50mm f1.4 by Sony G lens. It has this aperture ring, which is really cool. I really wish they had this on the 16-55. Maybe the G2 or the G Mark II might have it for the APS-C Premium. I actually love that click, so if I'm doing photography base, I can just use this with a click on, but if I'm doing videography, I can just click it off. It's soft, isn't it? If I wanted to shoot a far distance photography, I have this beast right here. This is the 70-350 f4.5 to 6.3. Now, I wanted to get a full frame 70-200 f2.8. I mean, it's still on my wish list, but I don't know when I will be able to get one, but I think maybe next year in 2025, but we'll see about that. But this lens has been really good to me. It does have this lock mechanism, so it doesn't move about. I really wish it did have on the 16-55 as well. But this one is really good. I really like the lock mechanism, so it doesn't move. But what I really like about this, it feels more like a proper teleport lens, like a black version of the 70-200, but this is actually my favorite. So I really love this lens, and I think by far one of my favorite teleporter lens to ever use on an APS-C camera. So I guess this lens has been super helpful for me. So I mean, whenever I go to shoot like mountains, like incredible landscape, or maybe shoot from a few meters distance to capture like an animal or something, or I don't know, maybe trees, apples, I don't know, name it. This is by far one of my favorite lenses to use. And of course, if I really want to do 4K 120, yes, I can use my A6700 if I wanted to, but this one I can use. This is the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. I got my hands on last month because I wanted to try and use this instead of my iPhone. I mean, yes, I still love using my iPhone, but the only problem with this is that the battery can drain. Yeah, most people could say, why didn't I have the Pro Max? Pro Max is a little bit too big, but I believe this one is much more good enough. I have a memory card in there. So there are some other plenty of lenses I got. I got the 16-70 f4. Basically it is by Zeiss. I mean, it's not one of my favorite lenses, but I've been using this lenses like years ago. It has got to a point where it wasn't really as versatile as I want it to be, but I mean, I didn't retire it. I may use it sometimes for some rare occasions. So the lens that I'm currently using right now that I'm filming on is the Sony 11mm f1.8. I really love this lens because it feels more like like an ultra wide on an APS-C, but if you think about it, on full frame equivalent, this is in fact a 16mm, which is kind of crazy because if you kind of convert from an APS-C to a full frame equivalent, it's like it's cropped in. So yeah, I mean, this is the 11mm on an APS-C, but if it's on a full frame, it's actually 16mm. I would just use it for some ultra wide shots, like wherever I needed to take. It does help. And if I don't really need to use my versatile zoom lenses, I mean, all I just need is two lenses. One is 15mm and an 11mm. In any case, I just really enjoy using these lenses. Anyways, enough jibber jabbing. I want to show you which laptop I use as well. So a lot of people are wondering, what do I do to edit? Well, currently I've got my 14-inch MacBook Pro with M1 Pro. Well, I may think about getting the M3 Max MacBook Pro with the same 14-inch, but with space black. But I haven't really decided yet. But this computer has been so good to me. It performs really well. And the performance on the M1 Pro has been significantly good. Yes, the fan does kick on, but then again, no, it is far more efficiently quieter than my previous MacBook Pro that I had, which was the 13-inch. 4 months time, I might probably get the M3 Max. I don't know, but we'll see about that. If anything changes in 2025, I will update to all of you. I might still have this one. I might have the space black version. Well, that's it for this what's in my camera bag. Yes, I know it's not that great, but I mean, I did my best I can to explain what I have in my camera bag, what laptops I use, what cameras I use, what lenses I use. But I would love to know what's in your camera bag, because I would love to watch one of your what's in my camera bag series, because this is far more important. But in general, I really hope you enjoy the new year, enjoy 2024, take good care of yourself, look after yourself. Remember, live life, happy life. Take care everyone. I will see you in the next video. Bye bye for now.